Well, hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Holly with the Nestled Valley Farmhouse, and today we are I'm taking you along while I do some spring homemaking. Basically, I'm reorganizing my laundry room / pantry, and I am starting seeds for the first time this year. So this is all going to be kind of new to me. I am determined to actually make this spring more productive than it's been in the last few years. As you know, I dealt with pregnancy and then postpartum depression, and so basically being able to get started with a lot of these things that I've been wanting to do for years has been so just great. Like, I feel so good about being able to do that. So of course, first things first, I'm kind of tidying up the downstairs. I'm trying to get all my Tuesday chores done, as I say, before I tackle the laundry room, because those things still they're still there. So, and I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit about my pantry, what I buy in bulk as a mom of 5. We're a family of 7, kind of where I shop and how I try to, find the best prices for all the things that that we buy. So I'll talk about that, and then I'll talk about the seeds and stuff and kind of our goals for our garden this spring, and then just kind of move on from there. So yeah, getting the dining room all cleaned up. So this was actually filmed the day before we went and got the chicks. And so everything was set up and ready for them, but they weren't there yet. So I'm just cleaning up and then getting ready for kind of starting seeds. So I've never started seeds. I'm a little bit intimidated. I have absolutely no idea how well they're going to work. It's kind of an experiment. So long story short, I bought these grow lights like in 2020, 2021. And I also bought the seeds as well, because I wanted to have a few seeds on hand, because when things were just very unstable, I just wanted to make sure that like we had the ability to grow food if we needed to. So I ended up basically, like I said, I fell pregnant in 2021, which was not necessarily, it was a blessing, it was a surprise, but it was something that I had to adjust my, how do I put it delicately, like my plans for the future. Because I've said it before, like when I am pregnant, I feel like it's like 2 years of my life that's kind of on hold, so to speak, because I nurse until about 15 to 18 months. My baby girl actually weaned at 17 months this year, which was longer than my older daughters, but still perfectly fine. They generally wean themselves. I don't push it because, it's just hard. I don't want them to stop if they're not ready to stop. But it does take a lot out of me. I feel like just my energy levels are so different whenever I'm pregnant, and especially breastfeeding. To be honest, I feel like I was doing better when I was pregnant than I was whenever I was nursing a newborn. So, and it is beautiful. Like this morning is beautiful. There is rain in the forecast, but I honestly wanted to get this done, to get outside a little bit and kind of enjoy the morning sun before things got a little bit crazy. Because, it is spring, and in the Pacific Northwest, we have a lot of rain in the springtime, and it's very it's like that where it'll like rain for like an hour and then it'll be sunny for like 20 minutes and then vice versa. So this is my laundry room / pantry / kind of catch-all. It is unfortunately always messy, and so I'm determined to kind of get it organized. I will probably be doing kind of these pantry clean outs. It's so funny because every time I start working on my pantry, I get it all cleaned and beautiful, and then like over the course of the next week, it's just little things, just sit on that counter. And just kind of, as kids use stuff, as we buy more bulk items and they go in the pantry, we just have to kind of always be reorganizing, which is fine. I'm so grateful to have kind of this extra room, because when we built our house, we did not actually get the walk-in pantry because it was going to be a lot more expensive and it was going to take a lot of space away from our master closet. So we chose to kind of make this laundry room kind of our auxiliary pantry, if you know what I mean. So I'm just tidying up a bunch of stuff. I'm pulling out my ladder because I am going to move. I have I'll talk about in a minute. You'll see in a second. So I have a roaster and a pressure canner that is an electric pressure canner. It's a Presto canner. If you are interested in getting one of those, because I do not have a gas stove. So right now I'm just clearing space up there because I'm actually moving my roaster and my pressure canner up there because I do not use them all year round and they're just sitting on the counter taking up space, So this roaster I got from it's actually my grandmother's roaster. It is old and rickety, but it still works great. And it has been a huge blessing. I love it for holidays. I love to host holidays. And so turkeys fit in it, hams fit in it. We did primary ones, and there's my Presto canner. I will go ahead and link that below if you're interested in getting one, because it was not cheap. It was like $300 some odd, but it was it's been amazing because now I can pressure can, and I can water bath can a lot easier too. So going on with some of the bulk things. So I have a lot of chili. We bought a bunch of stuff kind of in 2021, 22 that we really did not need. So I am trying to kind of streamline what I buy in bulk. The biggest things I buy in bulk are a lot of staples. Like I buy a lot of flour. I buy it by like 25-pound bags, and I put it in 5-gallon buckets with the sealing lids on it. And my goal is to have about 3 months worth of supplies built up. I'm trying to kind of build up to 6 months, but right now, just like financially and just like logistically, it's 3 months. I buy flour, I buy rice, I buy macaroni. I also buy beans, but I kind of buy a variety of beans. I don't just buy like all pinto beans, because I found a really good crock pot recipe to make dried pinto beans. I'll probably make some today for dinner. We're gonna have some chicken burrito bowls, and I still also get just canned beans too, like whenever I'm just not able to make the dried beans. And as you see there, I buy breadcrumbs because we use a lot of breadcrumbs. I used to buy a lot of like cream of chicken and cream of mushroom soups, but if I'm being honest, we don't use it that much anymore. I cook a lot more from scratch and don't use that stuff as much. So, and we also have some like chunky soups that we got on sale, and I think if I were to do it again, I probably would not. I do shop primarily at Costco and Walmart, and then I get whatever sales that Safeway might have, because those are local to me. I don't have an Aldi close, even though I'm constantly, my family back in the Midwest do, and they shop there all the time. It's kind of a bummer. I wish we had it, but we don't. So I get most of my stuff. I actually find that Walmart stuff is actually not that much. It's about the same price or cheaper than Costco. So I generally, probably for the most part, get Walmart. As you can see, I do buy a bunch of like ketchups, mayonnaise, because those things are shelf stable and we go through them. So I'm probably buying like 2 or 3 bottles of ketchup at a time. And then I do have a few convenience food, like I do buy macaroni and cheese for us. For like my kids' lunches, just because it's quick and easy. So that's what you see up there. I do buy pasta in bulk, like spaghetti. And then I love the Costco. They have the like organic pasta that is really tasty. And so I always make sure I have like the bulk sets on hand. So I'm trying to do, we haven't really done it so well lately, but I'm trying to do like a Costco run once a month, but it's just with finances and stuff, that doesn't always work out that way. So I just kind of do my best. And, but yeah, for the most part, we have about 3 months of bulk supplies. We also buy our meat in bulk. We process our own chickens, but we also buy beef from a local farm. And that's how we kind of get most of our stuff in bulk. So I've got everything all tidied up as best I could, and I am just cleaning up the floor, which always is messy because whenever I like refill my things, I refill them in here and sometimes the flour spills. And I did that the other day and I should have swept up then, but I didn't. So, but it always feels good to like have everything all cleaned out and all tidied up. And like I said, it didn't take me that long. I just had to really just sit and focus on it. And I had to take a couple breaks, I had to get kids some snacks, and I had to get, read a story to one of my kiddos. And that's one thing that I try to do during the day, is just take a couple breaks. So now I'm getting my potting soil that I left, and our goats got out, the stinkers, and they're just chilling over there. And it was like, really guys, really? So this is the potting soil I've had. And as I'm getting potting soil, I noticed that there is a nest of eggs. So I picked up all the eggs, and now I got to figure out what to do with all these eggs. These are actually our new pullets that just started laying like a few weeks ago. So that's really exciting. I found where they were nesting. So in this little container, I have all my seeds. I don't have a fancy seed organizer yet. Like I said, I am so new to a lot of this, and I got these grow lights probably back in like 2021. I had the intention of doing all these things, and I just didn't because, life happens, right? So I got this little seed starting tray. I'm just using one this year because I'm just kind of seeing how it's going to work. I got it from Walmart. I think it was like $5. It was really cheap because I don't want to invest too much money. My goal is to do as much of this economically as possible. That's why I'm using a lot of things that I already had on hand. Like I already had that potting soil from literally like 2019. I'm not even joking. And I put it under our deck because I was going to do something with it, and then I just never did. So it's been very helpful to have it because now I can use it for my seeds. So I bought my seeds from, I think it's called Eden Brothers, and I know they came highly recommended. I don't remember what video I watched, but they recommended them. but they weren't too bad price wise. I got just like a ton of everything, like anything that sounded good, I bought it. So I think I'm starting with this time. I'm going to start with some broccoli, cabbage, and some herbs. I think I put some sage, rosemary, and basil, I think. So just kind of getting started with some simple things because, you know, broccoli and cauliflower and cabbages are all like cold friendly. I do think I did put a couple tomato plants in there as well, just to kind of get them started. But I know that like the broccoli it should start sprouting quickly, and it's something, it'll probably be one of the first things that I can transplant because they generally handle like the cold better. Most in my area, it's like they say you shouldn't plant before Mother's Day because of the frost dates the way they are. So I will probably still buy some starts. There's actually a local lady that has a greenhouse and she does starts, and she generally picks like plants that all grow really well in our area. So I'm probably going to get like some more tomatoes from her because I do think I'm going to do another 4 tomato plants. And then I will of course do zucchini because I love zucchini, cucumbers because me and the kids, well, not really me, but the kids love cucumbers. And then what else was it? Tomatoes, zucchini, cucumbers, the cabbage, the broccoli. Those are all things that like we eat. Last year, I think I tried to grow some beans and they grew, but they were really, really small. So they didn't necessarily like I literally got like 3 beans off of each plant, and so it wasn't really enough to really do a whole lot with, except for throwing a salad or I even got some pea pods and same things where like the snap peas. There's just enough for us to have like a quick snack. So how I do these seeds, I don't know if this is the right way to do it or not, but the seeds are really tiny, so I put them on top and then I use my little skewer stick to just kind of poke them into the soil because that's what worked best for me. Now these seeds I'm putting in right now are actually Rosa Sharon seeds from my grandmother's house in the Midwest. My grandmother passed away last August, which she was 91 years old, and of course I still miss her. And so the house is being sold, and so I'm just grateful to at least have some seeds to hopefully grow some plants. I actually have some irises in my front yard that came from her house, and so those are very special plants to me because I would like to have little pieces of my grandma's house at my house, which is really nice. So I'm just putting a little bit of water on top, and then I'm just going to put the lid on. My understanding is you kind of check. I did put water in the bottom of the pan, and you just kind of check and let it, make sure you refill it as needed, I think. So we will see how this goes. I'm kind of anxious, excited, nervous, and we'll see how the plants go. So I'm excited to see how this grows. And I'm excited to kind of have a cleaned up pantry and / laundry room / mud room / catch-all room. And hopefully I can stay on top of that and do a better job of like keeping up with it all. So here, all the seeds planted, I put little labels. So hopefully they will be, I'll remember what went where. And the rain is here. I had a feeling it was going to be coming. So that's okay. I got everything done I wanted to get done for the day. And now I got to figure out what to do with these eggs. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.